Ladies and gentlemen, we have a mass evacuation in Oregon due to rising floodwaters and risk of a mudslide at an RV park. Breaking, USCG Pacific Northwest, USCG is coordinating evacuation of more than 50 people from an RV park in Nescoin, Oregon, as rising Nescoin Creek waters danger of mudslide. Tillamook Sheriff Department, local agencies assisting. No reported injuries. Following updates. So as we've got one pretty strong storm moving off the east coast, we've got an atmospheric river that is pounding Oregon, Washington, and parts of Canada with some pretty nasty rain. And a UFO. What is that? That looks like that Jawa crawler. You guys know what I'm talking about? I've never seen that on the map before, and then it just fades in there. That's so weird. Yeah, man, that's what it makes me think of, the Jawa sand crawler. That is pretty dang weird. So yeah, if you were in the Pacific Northwest area, I would stay alert, because as you can see, you've got definitely more heavy rain coming in. And then you've got some pretty heavy rain up through here, and you've had some mild tornado spin-ups in the New York area. This line is going to continue to move out to the east. You've got this storm bringing some snow and rain, and autumn confirms it is damn cold up by Illinois. And then here is your region where they're getting hit with another atmospheric river. And I don't want to leave Florida out. They've been getting wet too. But here's a look at your 48-hour mixed precipitation over the next 48 hours. Hey, I was just redundant. How are you doing today? Okay. All right. It is that middle of the month THORnews fundraiser period where I put my head down and I put out a lot of videos over like a 3 or 4 day span. Consider this day one. If you'd like to contribute to keep THORnews up and running, because I literally depend upon your contributions to keep doing what I'm doing, I've got a snail mail, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, and a Patreon, and only $825 left to raise. And I definitely need a couple $100 over the next few days to get all my middle of the month bills out of the way. Thank you, Asteroid Fight Club, and thank you all the cool people out there. Now, let's get to the news that triggers everybody. And I'm just reporting the news. And remember, at the end of the day, I'm pro-choice on vaccines. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. If you do want to take it, take it. And so I don't need people yelling at me, and I don't need your displaced aggression. But clearly, the people who said for a year that the coronavirus was a hoax are no worse than the flu, that is not true. Because when Joe Rogan got it, he didn't be like, hey, man, it's no worse than the flu. I'm just going to take NyQuil and go on about my way. No, he took ivermectin. He took Z-Pak. He took Regeneron. He had an IV drip. And same thing with Trump. When he got it, like he had an entire, he played defense at least. So people have been playing defense, which is good. Like I've said, it's real. And I've been saying that since end of January 2020. And so I put out good information on this the entire time. All right? And so like I said, if it was fake, Joe Rogan wouldn't have fucking thrown the kitchen sink at it. Donald Trump wouldn't have thrown the kitchen sink at it. And so if you're not vaccinated, I'm saying have a plan in case you get it. Because sure, it only kills like 99% of, or 1% of the people, but you don't want to be that 1%, and you never know how it's going to affect you. I had it early on, at the end of 2019, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, bro. All right, and on that note, that's why I'm kind of going into lockdown until Christmas. Asterisk. Because we're going into dark winter too, and like everybody's so mad at everybody going into the freaking holidays. All right, so the news I'm telling you now, nobody wants to hear. Europe is freaking out because they have it's surging there in some parts. The Dutch Prime Minister announced hard COVID curbs for the next 3 weeks. The Dutch PM, they're reimposing social distancing from Saturday. Bars and restaurants to close at 8 p.m. for at least 3 weeks as of November 13th. Supermarkets to close at 8 p.m. and non-essential stores at 6 p.m. Now, I'll remind you, China's in a partial lockdown, and Russia had a 10-day full shutdown. The UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said, I'm seeing the storm clouds gathering over parts of the European continent. Latvia bans unvaccinated lawmakers from voting. That seems illegal and totally unfair. All right, I put that out there. But yeah, that seems like going way overboard. Austria announces nationwide lockdown for unvaccinated people That seems going overboard too. And I want to remind everybody again, from the point from like 2014 through 2019, I tried to unite everyone so we could avoid the goddamn plague. And that no one was interested in uniting. Everybody wanted to do their own freaking thing. And so we got the damn plague. And so if we wanted to stop it, we should have united. We did not. And so now we're all rocked back on our heels. And literally the only thing we can really do right now is complain about whatever happens. And I don't think they're going to lock down the USA. You know, Texas, we got super rocked by the virus in September. Like I said, people I know died. A lot of people got really sick. And we didn't shut anything down. And so I do not think lockdowns will come back to the USA no matter how bad things get. But that won't stop people in the USA from complaining about Austria or New Zealand or Australia or Germany or whatever. That's like our number one export right now is complaining. You've got the Czech Republic reporting new cases, the biggest one-day increase since March. The Netherlands reporting the biggest one-day increase since December. You've got the German state of Bavaria declaring a state of disaster due to the surge in COVID cases. You've got France with the largest one-day surge in COVID cases. And look at this. You had Germany doubling its old record in April of 2021 of 50,000 cases. Before, the most it had was like 25,000 cases. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, they had 50,000 cases, which doubled their old peak. So that's bad news. And so, since May, I have literally been putting out a all points red alert bulletin to everybody saying that right at the new moon, we were going to look for some weird satanic shit happening. And we did. It was the Travis Festival in Houston where 9 people died at that weird, wicked concert. And I said, watch for signs around the new moon, because on the 18th and 19th of November, we were going to have a lunar eclipse over Algol, which is known as the Demon Star. And like China and like multiple nations for thousands of years have considered it the most evil star in the sky. And I think in Japan, they considered any time that you would have the lunar eclipse over Algol, you would get an event that would be corpses stacked on corpses stacked on corpses. And so since May, I've been warning about the late November, telling everybody, play defense, man. And so we're here, man. We're going in like 2 weeks. I think spring 2022 is going to be much better than 2020 or 2021. So I have done my very best job for 2 years. I've called pretty much every shot correctly. And so I'm trying to go back. I'm going into lockdown for like the next 3 or 4 weeks. And people are losing their minds over like everything. They're, flying off the handle. It's the smallest shit. So I'm just saying, just be ready for definitely a weird week or two. And I will do my best to keep everybody updated, okay? But yes, if you would like to say thank you, Thor, for the really great job you've done giving it your all through all this shit, you can send me a letter with a contribution, or just a letter. That would be great. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron. I got $825 left to raise for November. And I've got my 9-year anniversary on the 23rd. And there's Thanksgiving on the 25th. I'm probably staying home all by myself again this year. Because I can't afford to drive home. And then I got Christmas and my birthday and and the New Year. I don't know, man. But I have given you guys my all, and I think I've called the shots pretty correctly. And so if you'd like to reward me to keep me doing this, I would appreciate a contribution. If you got it. If you can't, say a prayer, and I'll say a prayer for you too. All right, but thank you to everyone in Asteroid Fight Club. I really appreciate y'all. I'm just kind of upset because I know anytime I even talk about the virus, I get a bunch of people yelling at me or angry at me, and I'm like, look, dude, all I'm doing is reporting, all right? And I've called it right, whether people you want to hear it or not. It's not fun having to report bad news all the time. I do my best, and some days I have a sense of humor about it. Some days I do not. Okay, stay cool, and if, like I said, if you get really upset, you can down thumbs, even though you can't see them anymore. They're still there, and you can leave an angry comment if you want. All right, and I don't know, just like I said, just put your head down, play defense, do the best you can to make it to the spring. That is my strategy. And if things are still horrible in the spring, then we can say, oh shit, game over, or whatever. All right? God bless everyone. I think 2022, the spring will be better, though. I still keep faith, and I still believe that my Christmas is going to be cool. Wherever I'm at, I'm going to enjoy being alive with Jesus. That is my thing. Okay, stay cool. God bless everyone. Yeah, I would even like to stock up for however crazy the next 2 weeks are going to get. And I can only do that with y'all's help. Okay, talk to y'all soon. Stay cool. Bye.